Hello, good afternoon and welcome to Baina Midday News, coming to you live from Benham House, Atomic Junction, Medina. I'm Khadija Tukubra Kayla, and coming up this afternoon, Ghana Armed Forces embark on surgical anti-galamsey operation across all three commands. Zongo chiefs and youth urged to join the fight against drug abuse. Also, former Guinean junta leader Musa Dandis Camara leaves country for medical reasons. Do stay with us for details of the stories. Thank you for staying with us. Remember, we are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube at Baina TV. Now to our first story. The Ghana Armed Forces have commenced a series of targeted anti-galamsey operations across all three commands in a renewed effort to clamp down on illegal mining activities in protected areas. These surgical operations aimed at minimizing collateral damage while dealing effectively with the menace form part of a broader national strategy to preserve the environment and water bodies. The operations were carefully coordinated to tackle galamsey operations simultaneously across the northern, central and southern commands.
In the Northern Command, the military focused its operations in Bole and along the Black Volta Basin areas, which have seen a surge in illegal mining activities in recent months. The troops were tasked with dismantling mining camps and seizing equipment used by the illegal operators. These interventions are expected to curb the continued pollution of vital water bodies and protect farmlands that have been adversely affected by the destructive mining practices. The Central Command's operation was concentrated within the Nkwawie and Mankranso forest reserves, where several galamsey sites were uncovered. Troops moved in swiftly to destroy makeshift shelters used by the miners and seize excavators and other mining machinery found at the scene. These forest reserves, known for their ecological importance, have been under threat from illegal mining, and the GAF's actions were welcomed by local authorities and environmental groups. Meanwhile, the Southern Command carried out similar operations in the Jerusalem Enclave and the Subri Forest Reserve. The operations led to the seizure of multiple excavators and related equipment, as well as the demolition of illegal structures erected by miners within the reserves. The GAF reiterated its commitment to maintaining the integrity of Ghana's forest reserves and water bodies and urged the public to support the ongoing fight against illegal mining.
Away from that, the chief of Zamfarawa, Alhaji Kamaluddin Alhaji Bebe, has called on the youth and chiefs of Sabon Zongo in Accra to join the fight against drug abuse in the community. He made the call at a forum organized to discuss drug abuse menace in the Zongo communities and how to prevent the disturbing trend, especially among the youth.
The use of drug has recently surged in the Zongo communities, prompting concerned residents and community leaders to take action to curb this dangerous trend. Under the leadership of the chief of Sabon Zongo, Ankara, and chief of Zamfarawa, the youth of Sabon Zongo launched a strong campaign to combat drug-related activities, which led to the organization of the forum. The forum, which was attended by many dignitaries, including Abubakar Sadiq Boniface, the chief of Fulanawa, Alhaji Bengo, assemblyman for Latebio Koshi, Muntari Abdul Wahab, Dr. Alhaji Usman Yunus, among others, was on the team. Say no to drug, building a healthier future. Speaking during the event, the chief of Zamfarawa, Alhaji Kamaruddin Alhaji Bebe, urged all stakeholders, including the youth and chiefs, to join the initiative by the chief of Sabon Zongo, Ankara, in order to help rid Zongo of the canker of drug abuse.
Matasa, 'yan samari, manya, 'yan gari da polisai muna gode musu kuma su mara muna baya mu yi wannan aiki yanda muke so. Saboda yanzu matasa sun tashi kan kafansu yanda za a yi mu cire no jonke no bonka. No jonke no bonka ba mu bukatar wannan cikin garin mu. Yanzu haka bawa Allah ya zo ya ce mini wai gidan shi akwai jonki akwai kuma bonka ya zamu yi nace yanzu muka tashi shi sa mun zo kowane gidaje mu gyara yanda ya kamata mu yi insha Allah mu ma mu yi ku tanye mu da addu'a domin mun samu.
The Chief Imam of Ghana Police Service ACP Hussein Abdul Karim called on the Member of Parliament and Municipal Chief Executive to own this initiative, design plans on how to combat this issue to ensure its success.
It is important wanda yake MP nagari da kuma MC nagari. Shi MC yana cikin wanda suke duban lamari na security nagari. Abin da ya kamata shine su own wannan harka ya kasance MP ya ce nasa ne, this is what he's going to do. MC kuma ya ce wannan aiki nasa ne, shi ma zai yi. To ka gani idan an ga ma 'yan sanda ba kawai mutanen Zango kawai ba ne, a'a MC ne projectin shi ne, yaya zai kyautata halin mutane a fidda harkan drugs. So they must own it. The MP must own the program. The MC must own the program. We as inhabitants, as the citizens of Sabon Zongo, we will give them every support.
Some speakers also spoke on the effect drug abuse poses on the individual and ways to fight against it.
Maza, saboda Allah ai kokara ta yi matan a duba yaran. Domin yariya ta kai ta balaga ta kai one stage inda baka control ta ba to bala'i ya zo gida. Allah kiyaye. Kuma na yi roki na yi shiwa wanga abun da kuka doko ya yi kamata waɗanda suka zama organizers ku nemi inda local government yake. Zango na karkashin local government. A da can na shi shirya bu ababa amma yau yana karkashin local.
To roko da muke muki ni kaman mu da muna son mu yi aiki, mu yi ready mu yi aiki. Ku tanye mu yi aikin nan. Kuka ba mu information kan da boss na haifadin nan mu yi wannan aiki amma muka same su kar kowa ya zo.
An yi maganar mukhaddarat nan shi ake kira drugs, shine Allah ya ambace shi da suna al-khamr, innamal khamru wal maisir wal ansab wal azlam rijisun min amali shaitan. Wai duk wannan abu da kun ka ganin ga duk wanga abu dauda ne na duniya kuma aikin shaitan ne. Shi yasa duk taron da ake yi ana bukatan.
Meanwhile, police at the Ashanti South Regional Command have warned of a crackdown on armed gangs who continue to terrorize inhabitants within the Adansi area after an operation led to the death of 4 robbers in a shootout with police. 4 of the robbers died while another with injuries is under 24-hour police guard at the hospital and no one is on the run.
The 6-member gang has been described as highly notorious, continuously targeting banks, businesses, and travelers. Police have catalogued crimes perpetrated by the gang, including attacks on a mining firm, another attack on some Chinese nationals at separate locations, and a recent attack at the Adansi Rural Bank, where they succeeded in bolting with an unspecified amount of money and 2 pump-action guns. Addressing journalists on the incident, Ashanti South Regional Police Command ACP Joseph Hammond Enyaba says a police officer who sustained injuries during the operation has since been treated and discharged. He also assured that police will continue to be on the lookout for such gangs to ensure they are brought to book.
13:30 hours, police PID received intelligence that the said WK and his gang once again have armed themselves with an AK-47 assault rifle and 2 pump-action rifles, and were embarking on a robbery at a mining site near Sanfu Eduam. Personnel were quickly detailed to this place to arrest the said suspects. The 5 suspects on board Kia Picanto taxi cab with registration number WR650-17 arrived at the scene to carry out their operation. The police team accosted their vehicle and ordered the suspect to surrender, but on seeing the police, the suspect opened fire on the personnel. They also returned fire appropriately, and in the process, 5 suspects, including WK, Samson, and the others, were hit by gunfire. They sustained various degrees of injuries and were rushed to the Kwara Government Hospital for treatment, but were pronounced dead, except one of them who is responding to treatment. Police managed to retrieve the AK-47 rifle that was taken by these armed robbers on 16 February 2025, together with 7 live ammunition, 2 other pump-action guns, and 17 live AA cartridges from the robbers. 7 empty AA cartridges fired from their pump-action guns were also retrieved from the scene. Our friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, we take this opportunity to assure the public that Ashanti Staff Regional Police Command and the entire Ghana Police Service, under the leadership of Inspector General of Police, Mr. Tete Yogunu, will do everything possible to ensure their safety to go about their daily activities without fear from criminals and their activities. We are also using this medium to appeal to the public to support the police by giving information on criminal activities to the police, as we cannot do without their support.
Also, the Mada family, under the auspices of the Greater Accra Chief of Gurushi Sisala, Kuru Alhaji Mahmoud Ali Bukari Mada, celebrated 100+ years of leadership in Ghana. The ceremony was organized in conjunction with the Greater Accra Sisala Council of Chiefs at Adabraka, Kasapa, last Sunday to mark his milestone achievements.
The event was marked by a traditional display of songs and dances of the Gurushi Sisala tribe. There were also rituals to install some chiefs. The Greater Accra Chief of Gurushi Sisala, Kuro Alhaji Muhammadu Ali Bukari Mada, called on the Sisala tribe and the Muslim community as a whole to work together in peace and harmony to ensure the development of the Gurushi Sisala tribe.
Taro mun yi shi ne saboda godiya ma Ubangiji, kakanninmu da aka ba su shugabanci na garin nan yau kusan shekara 105 kenan. Saboda shi mun yi wannan taro ne mu gode ma Allah da shugabancin da aka ba kakanninmu har yau ya zo ya kai gare mu. Na'am. Sako mu dai da al'umman Ghana shine sako ne wanda babanmu, kakanmu, alkibilanmu Shehi Dr. Usman Nuhu Sharubutu yake isarwa kullum, shine musulmai mu yi kokari mu hada hankulanmu, mu yi kokari mu nemi ilimi, mu yi kokari mu samu zaman lafiya da yan uwanmu wayanda yake ba musulmai bane, mu samu zaman lafiya da su. Sakon da muke da shi muna nanata wato maganan babanmu kakanmu shine sakonmu na yau insha Allah.
The newly installed Nkoswohine Chief of Development, Usman Al-Hassan Meisuna, showed his appreciation for the opportunity given him to serve and promised to work together with other chiefs to promote and ensure development within the Sisala tribe.
Fata na dai ina fata na alhairi wanda yake muna addu'a Allah ya sa bukatunmu na alhairi Allah ya biya. Irin wanga taro da aka yi na sarauta muna gode mai yanwa duka duka baki daya da irin wannan sarauta da aka bamu. Muna kuma fata wannan sarauta da aka bamu ya zamo abu ne mai muhimmanci, ya zama muna kuma alhairi dukkanmu baki daya, albarkan manzon Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallama. Na ji yanzu masarauta na Sisala Gurushi tunda mu ma mun zo ciki, na imani za mu gyara sarauta ya ci gaba sosai kamar yadda ake so. Shan ce musu ina godiya da suka zauna suka tace suka duba suka ga kamar na cancanci wannan sarauta da suka bani. Ina gode musu kwarai. Allah kare mini su da kuma biya bukatun su duka na alhairi.
The Magajia of Grushi Sisala of Accra, Maria Bawa, thanked the guests for honoring the invitation and also advised the installed chiefs to work together hand in hand with other chiefs to ensure the smooth running of the tribe and its related activities.
Mun gode ma kowa, sarakunan garin ga limamai, Malam Usman, muna ma kowa godiya, magajiyoyin Greater Accra duka muna ma kowa godiya. Yaranmu kuma na aka dokan ga Allah ya sa su yi biyayya, su kama sarautan, komi ya ci gaba, mu ci gaba ya fi haka. Sarautar mu yayi amfani ya fi yanna muka tama. Mun gode.
Da yi ne wani abin haɗin kai ne da kan da yi a gamu mu san junanmu don gudu sama muna da yawa amma ba mu sanin junanmu. Shi yasa abin da aka yi ga gudu shi su sala dai bar mu yi guda mu san junanmu. Amfani dai mu samu amfani da yaranmu da wani abu mu duka mu yi guda mu yi zumunci mu yi guda. Allah ya maimaita muna.
The National Imam, Sheikh Usman Nuh Shaributu, prayed for progress among the Grushi Sisala tribe and Muslims in Ghana.
Business. The government of Ghana remains optimistic about securing a staff-level agreement with the International Monetary Fund as the fund concludes its fourth review mission today, Tuesday, April 15, under the Extended Credit Facility Program. Reports say while Ghana missed some key targets last year, a provisional agreement could still be reached. This would hinge on the government's commitment to implement corrective measures in the coming weeks, particularly in areas such as tax reforms and public procurement improvements.
The IMF is expected to present Ghana's case to its executive board in June, an important step towards unlocking the next tranche of financial support. The two-week review, which began on April 2nd, assessed Ghana's economic performance and structural reforms. The IMF team also met with officials from the Ministry of Finance, the Bank of Ghana, and other key stakeholders, focusing on inflation, monetary policy, and debt restructuring. A successful review could trigger the release of approximately $360 million. Ghana has already received $1.92 billion under the $3 billion extended credit facility. The outcome is crucial for bolstering macroeconomic stability and investor confidence as the country navigates its recovery path.
Still on business, Ghana has improved from the 13th to the 12th position with the lowest fuel price in Africa. According to globalpetrolprices.com, Ghana average petrol price of $1 $29 per litre in April 2025 ranks 848 globally.
Libya retained the #1 position in Africa with the lowest fuel price of $0.027 per litre on the African continent. It was also ranked first globally. Angola and Egypt came second and third respectively with fuel prices of $0.328 and $0.331 per litre. From 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th were Algeria, Nigeria, Sudan, Tunisia, Ethiopia, and Liberia respectively. prices of petroleum products rose marginally at the pumps from the beginning of April 2025. According to a report from the National Petroleum Authority, petroleum prices rose by 2%, bringing the price per litre to 15.20 cedis, while diesel increased by 1.1% to 15.35 cedis per litre. However, there was a slight relief for liquefied petroleum gas (LPG), which dropped marginally by 0.3%, with a kilogram selling at 17.30 cedis. Crude oil has been selling low at about $65 per barrel so far in 2025.
On international front, former head of Guinea's military junta Musa Dandis Camara has reportedly left the country for medical treatment. Camara's departure follows a presidential pardon granted on March 28, 2025